Good morning, everyone. Here I am in the Midwest in the United States, and it's 9:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time, and I will be coming at you every Wednesday at this time. It is after my morning sauna, and I absolutely love it. It is perfect time to connect with you guys and let you know, teach you something, right? Something that I had to learn along the way, and hopefully as I teach you that it helps you and it benefits you in some way. So today we're talking about phase one and phase two of liver detox and why supporting the liver matters. Okay, so many people talk about this, right? Like when you detox, you use these words, you hear them like, oh, that's the phase one liver detox, and that's all you need, right? No, you need both, and we're going to talk about these. And a liver detox, functional medicine liver detox is something that I strongly encourage clients to do, depending on where they're at in their health journey and how their health is. And of course, you talk to your doctor about anything before you start any sort of detox, cleanse, supplements, or lifestyle changes. You talk to your doctor about that first, correct? But as an integrative health practitioner, I've learned about detoxing and liver detoxes over the last few years. And it's not just juice cleanses, teas, or quick fixes, right? Changing our health is something that we have to continue to do, right? It's slow changes over time, and it's not something you do once and then you're done. Okay, so liver detoxing is something that you should do quarterly. It's not something that you just do once and you're done, but we'll talk about more of that along the way. So in this video, we're going to talk about phase one detox, what that is, phase two detox, and what that is, why they both matter to the body, and why some people may not feel great when they're doing detox pathways and their detox pathways are overwhelmed, maybe what those symptoms are, and what a functional medicine approach looks like for supporting your health and the detoxification process. Okay. So we're talking more functional medicine rather than just these quick fixes. Okay. And yes, in the end, I'm going to share a great way to support your liver pathways. So stay tuned for that. All right. So what the liver actually does, right? Many people don't even know. So your liver is way more, it does way more than people realize. A lot of times we hear the liver with alcohol, or we know that it detoxes, right? But what else does it do, right? It's not just sitting there quietly. It's processing your hormones. It's metabolizing your medications that you take. It does process alcohol, and it also helps regulate blood sugar. It helps make bile to support your digestion. So it does a lot of stuff. It helps to transform compounds in your body to eliminate them. And then we're exposed to things daily, right? Like environmental toxins and chemicals, personal care products that you put on your body, like those get into the system, alcohol, processed foods, medication byproducts, normal metabolic waste products, even hormone breakdown products. So while I wouldn't just say like your liver is a dirty filter that literally it's just like it's kind of like a dirty filter that needs scrubbing out, right? But I would say that it also needs nutritional support, if that makes sense. Okay, so your liver kind of like an air filter, right? It filters out all of the junk, right? The toxins, the all of the stuff that I just named. It filters it out, but we also need those nutrients in the body to help with that filter, help keep that filter running efficiently. Okay. So, what is phase one detox? Phase one is the activation and transformation stage. Okay, so we're going to simplify this. So, phase one is the first step of the liver detoxification. Okay. This is where the liver takes these compounds, whether it's like hormones, medications, environmental chemicals, anything that I just listed, right? Metabolic waste, and it begins to transform them. Okay. So think of it like it's unpacking these boxes. Okay. There's boxes and it's unpacking them. And you've taken something in. Okay. And now your body has to figure out what to do with it. Okay, these are things that our body we don't want in our body, right? Our body knows that. Our body has the innate ability to understand these sorts of things, right? It wants it out. So it has to go through this liver phase 1 detox. And it relies heavily on enzymes, like an enzyme system. Okay. There's a certain enzyme system that it relies on for this phase 1. Okay. These enzymes, they help convert the substance into these immediate compounds so that it kind of like helps unbox them, right? And so, um, why we don't just do phase 1 detox, right? This is the activation. It's transforming these things into things that we can process through and get out of our body, right? Why isn't this just enough? Well, there's a missing piece, right? Phase 1 can actually create immediate compounds that are more reactive before they're easier to eliminate. Okay, so these compounds are more reactive, and then it makes them a little bit before they're easier to eliminate. So they're harder to eliminate the more reactive they are. Okay. This means that detox isn't just about phase 1, right? We don't want to just do phase 1 liver detox. You need the next step. You need phase 2. So if phase 1 is moving very quickly, right? You have all of these compounds that are more reactive, then then it's harder to move them through, right? So we need this phase 2. And if you don't have the phase 2, or if phase 2 is not keeping up because you don't have that extra support for phase 2 in your detox that you're doing, your liver detox, if you're just doing this phase 1, you have all of these reactive compounds, and your phase 2 is just acting as normal because that's not part of the detox, then that's when imbalances are less ideal, right? When we have more reactive and you feel that, that's when you feel those like Herx reactions, those reactions in the body. Okay, that's when you're sluggish and you're like you just can't even function because you are unboxing those, but you're not getting them out by having that phase 2 in your liver detox protocol. Okay. So the phase 2, now we unboxed the toxins, we transformed them into a more reactive state, right? And now phase 2 is packaging them back up and eliminating them. Okay, so phase 2 is like getting them out. Okay, so phase 2, it takes a little bit more transformed compounds and makes them more water soluble. Oh my gosh, so they can be excreted. So they take these more reactive compounds and they make them more water soluble, so they can be eliminated out of the body. Okay, so basically packaging them up and letting them leave, right? So this can happen through multiple biochemical pathways. There's glutathione, sulfation, methylation. There's a lot of things, amino acids. There's many different ones, but you don't have to remember that part, okay? But what matters is that you're understanding what your body needs in a sense of nutrients when it comes to the phase 1 and phase 2. Okay, so we need the nutrients in our body to help support our phase 1 liver detox and our phase 2 liver detox. Okay. Nutrients matter. They matter way more than many people think. They think, oh, my body just needs these vitamins and minerals, like whatever. No, your body needs certain nutrients, and having the right raw materials to be able to eliminate them in phase 2. Okay, so this can include like amino acids and protein, B vitamins, sulfur containing foods, antioxidants, minerals, glutathione support. This is one reason that functional medicine focuses so much on nutrient sufficiency. Okay, so functional medicine is about getting the nutrients, whether that be we prefer it through the diet, but a lot of times people aren't getting enough in their diet. So then we supplement, and we can do higher supplementation for a little while to boost that body up. Now you're at ground level, you're doing great. So a great multivitamin from there on out is awesome as you are increasing your nutrient intake in your food. Okay. It's important to start that and not just be like, well, I'm taking the vitamins. I don't need to eat healthy. No, we want to get most of our vitamins and nutrients into our food. Okay. Because detoxification isn't magic, it's biochemistry. Okay. So we need our nutrients. Why people may struggle when detoxing their liver is because um, your liver's not functioning optimally. It could be because of stress, chronic stress. Okay. And some people don't even realize their body is in stress mode because of something maybe that happened a long time ago. And now our bodies are in constant fight or flight mode. I could talk about this forever, but our body's in constant fight or flight mode. And so we don't know anything else, right? Maybe it's been like that since we were a kid. But that's just how our body has responded to things, and it's in chronic stress. Okay, so that can make it harder for your liver to detox. Poor sleep. During sleep is when your body actually detoxes. Your body can rest, so you don't eat food 2 to 3 hours before bed, so that your body can actually do the detoxing while you're sleeping. So poor sleep can inhibit that, right? Nutrient depletion, we talked about this. You need the nutrients for your organs and your body, your liver especially, to detox, to cleanse all of these things out of you. Okay. Highly processed diet, excess alcohol, right? Alcohol makes it harder to process that because there's a lot happening. It's just a ton coming at it. The processed foods, the alcohol, it's all coming at the liver, and it's making it harder or slower or more sluggish because it's trying to process all of these things, and it's too much happening at once. It can't unbox them all at once. Okay. Digestive dysfunction. If you have a leaky gut, things are happening, and um, uh, you have toxins and just different bacterias that are getting in places that it shouldn't. Let's see, constipation, chronic inflammation, medication burden. You're taking so many medications. Sometimes that's harder for the liver to process, depending on, that's something that you could talk to your doctor about, but that's something to think about as well. And environmental exposures, and pesticides and just different things depending on your work to what you're exposed to chemical wise. Um, so Functional medicine looks at it as, why might this person's pathways need support? Okay. Are there lifestyle things that we need to shift? Like we just talked about. Does this person need to stop eating right before bed and start a good bedtime routine so they get the sleep their body needs? Okay. Do we need to do you need to see a therapist for the chronic stress? Right. And in the meantime, reduce inflammation with increasing your nutrient levels. Do you need to see what your nutrient levels are? And so we lab test, right? There's a lot of things happening there. So elimination matters too. So this is huge. Detoxification is not just about the liver. If your body is packaging things for elimination, right? That's phase two, but elimination pathways are sluggish. That's a problem. Okay, so that can be your lymph, just like drainage pathways too. Like we want those to be open and ready for detox. So that means we also want to think about bowel movements. Are you having regular bowel movements? If you are not, before you ever detox a liver, then that's something we need to work on beforehand, right? Hydration. Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting the electrolytes that your body needs? On a regular basis. Okay. Bile flow, sweating. Are you sweating? Are you working out? Because that means things are moving. You want your lymph to move. Okay. How's your kidney function and overall metabolic health? Okay. You can't talk liver detox without talking elimination. Okay. So you can't just, I'm going to dive into this liver detox. No, we got to make sure all of these things are happening. You're taking care of your body. You're getting the nutrients. You're having the bowel movements. You're drinking water and your electrolytes, and you're sweating. Those are like the main things that I talk to my clients about because they're so important before you start this liver detox. Okay. You don't want things to be like stuck in there, or it's actually not detoxing because you're not having these bowel movements. It's stuck, right? So functional medicine approach is ideal, right? It looks at all of these upstream things. We want to build the body up, and then we can start eliminating, and we want our organs to work efficiently. Okay. In functional medicine, we don't ask how do we force detox? How do we just like get it out? We ask what does the body need um, that it already knows how to do, right? To do what it already knows how to do, right? So, your liver already knows how to detox, right? Many people are like, well, my liver's got it. I don't need to do anything. No, we need to talk about how we can support the liver so that it can work efficiently. Okay, so we can support it by our protein intake. Make sure we're getting our protein. Um, Increasing our cruciferous vegetables, improving hydration, reducing alcohol. These are just things that we kind of been talking about. Optimizing your sleep, supporting your gut health. If you've never, ever, ever done anything to support your gut health, and you know that hey, maybe it is an issue, and you've just kind of put it on the back burner, or some of the symptoms, we do offer a CBO protocol. It is amazing, you guys. And doing these things for a short period of time can benefit you for the long period. But yeah, we can support your gut health, encouraging regular bowel movements and exposure of reducing exposure of any burdens, okay, when possible. Okay. So that's what we can do as a functional medicine approach to supporting the liver. Okay. Foods that support detox pathways. So these things are like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, um, cauliflower, cabbage, garlic, onions. Garlic and onions are amazing. Leafy greens, beets, citrus, and quality protein. These provide nutrients used in the detox pathways. Okay. So when you eat these things, they provide the nutrients for your detox pathways, wherever that is in the body. It helps with the detoxing, whether that's the drainage and the liver detoxing, it helps so much. Okay. Signs you may not want to support your lifestyle habits. No. Signs you may want to support your lifestyle habits. Okay. Um, so some of these things may not mean that your liver detox is having issues, but when we look at these things overall in a lifestyle, and you're experiencing them, it is um only beneficial to look at the detox pathways, right? So we start there. We start at increasing your nutrients, then we start with the detox, okay? Um Again, this is something you should connect with your doctor about as well before we begin. But as a functional medicine practitioner, I see this a lot. I see low energy, poor dietary habits. Maybe you're feeling sluggish. Your digestive system is very sluggish. You have that gas after you eat, the stomach aches, the random diarrhea. Like um, that could be liver and detox related. High stress, feeling that you need a reset, right? After a period of indulgence. Okay. So, like if you go on vacation and you just eat a ton of stuff in your body, or you work somewhere and you went somewhere that has lots of chemicals, you're just like, hey, my body just needs this reset. Okay. So those are like some symptoms that maybe your liver needs some support. Okay. So, this is why I love to do things that focus on the liver and resetting the liver, okay? Not because your liver is broken, but because we need to clean it out, right? It's not just a detox tea that supports it, right? We need to actually support it with our daily habits. But a short, intentional reset helps you refocus on these things, right? It helps you refocus on nutrition, hydration, movement, digestion, supportive nutrients, and reducing the excess burden. Okay. So I like to tell my clients we do quarterly detoxes. Why do you do it quarterly? That just helps keep your liver working efficiently, right? It helps with resetting. Like you focus on what you're eating, right? And you have this extra energy, and you're feeling so good during this detox that it just helps guide your lifestyle afterwards, right? But then sometimes we get in a funk towards the end of that 3 months, and we need another little reset, right? Our bodies need to work efficiently, so we need to support it on a regular basis. Okay. It's not just a one and done, it's a regular thing. Okay. Our bodies are with us forever. So if you want it to work efficiently, it is something that I strongly encourage. Okay, I support a lot of people. We do seasonal detoxes. You can do 7, 14, or 21 days. 21 days is ideal for the very first time because it really hones in on all of if you're 30 or older or whatever you are, your body has been exposed to all of these toxins for a long period of time. So there could be a lot happening in there. So it could take the 21 days to actually help you feel like amazing. Okay. Um, and so this is a natural functional medicine, Ayurvedic herbs that are used during this detox. And it just gives your the phase one and phase two more nutrients and more of a boost to help it work more efficiently. Okay. So this is designed to help nourish your detox pathways, support your digestion, focus on whole foods. Like I said, your whole mind shifts changes when you're actually honing in on yourself and taking care of your body. Okay, reducing lifestyle burdens, you're more aware of them during this time, and just feeling more like recentered, right? Centered in on what you're doing and why you're doing it. And so if this is something that you're thinking of doing, I do have a link down below that you can check it out. Otherwise, comment and I will get you some support. I hope this video was helpful and I will see you in the next one.